topic is persevering still. We still in season 6. So this is episode 49 of season 6, y'all. And we're talking about persevering through uncertainties. Persevering through uncertainties. And I know that everybody can identify with that because everything don't always turn out how we want it to. So we always have things on our mind constantly that we're trying to push through and work through and, figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to get this stuff done. So thank you guys for tapping in. As usual, it's just no mess. Everybody like you saying just with the mess. No ma'am, no sir, not me. No mess at all. I'll try to stay away from all of it. So persevering through uncertainties. And y'all chime in and let me know if y'all got some information that could assist somebody in that area because we're all working through life, going through different things, and that's a part of life, and that's okay. We gonna work through it. We gonna push through it. So I have so many things that I could go into on that note, of course, because I'm always having to persevere or push through on something for some reason or the other. Because that's just part of life. That's part of the game. Being a parent, being an entrepreneur, being in relationships, like all of those things, come with a price. Nobody's perfect. Nothing is perfect, but we all have stuff that we need to build on and work on. And so, one thing that I can share because this is something that is an ongoing thing with me is hosting my events, y'all. Hosting my events, it comes with so many uncertainties only because everything is a numbers game. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is a numbers game. You never know who's gonna show up, who's not gonna show up. You never know who's gonna continue to support you, who's not gonna support you. Then sometimes you learn each event that you want to switch it up. You want to change it up, you want to do something different. And lately, I have had to pivot so much in different things that I'm doing. And at first, I'm like, dang, why stuff keep happening? Like, why? And it feels like things are happening to me, but it ain't really happening to me. It's happening with the situations that's taking place. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm learning. I'm learning to accept everything that's happening and just take it for what it is, y'all. Stuff is gonna happen, and I have learned to just embrace it. Like things have happened to me, y'all, just this week, and I still got on here and went live and did my word of the day, did my motivation Monday, did my triple Thursday. Like real life, I was getting ready to do motivation Monday, y'all, and my daughter FaceTimed me and showed me that somebody busted my window in my car. And then, mind you, I had just got the car. So the car is a new car, y'all. Let's start there. It's a new car, and I'm sitting here minding my business, trying to give you guys a good word, try to motivate y'all. And before I can even start, I get a call from my daughter saying that my window is busted, y'all. The window is busted. They was trying to steal the car, y'all. They was trying to hotwire it or whatever. So like even under the steering wheel, it's like kind of messed up, y'all. So it was just kind of like, okay, I just bust out laughing. Like before I knew it, I was just laughing. And of course, nothing about this shit was funny. That was not funny at all. But it was like, what could I do? I couldn't do nothing about it at that time, literally. All I could do is just go ahead and go live and give y'all Motivation Monday because it's not going to stop what happened from happening. So I just gave y'all the good word of the day because I still was motivated because I still had stuff to do that day. So I couldn't let that stop me from doing what I need to because at the end of the day, hell, life goes on. I had to just call up the police, do my little report, and it'd be so funny because I was a police officer for so long, and to have to call the police for stuff, it just always be funny to me because I'm like, I already know what they're gonna tell me. I know they can't do nothing about it, but I know to follow protocol, I gotta go ahead, do this, call my insurance, all of these things. And it's just like persevering through those things naturally just happens to me. Like at this point, it's just like I just have to just keep going. Like I can't allow things that are out of my control to stop me from having a good day, to stop me from having a good event, to stop me from being a parent, to stop me from being a girlfriend or whatever, or being a friend or being a daughter or being a sister. Like all of these things happen, but you have to persevere. You have to move on because life goes on. Shit, I mean, what can you do? What can you do? You can't cry over spoiled milk. And what they say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. At this point, shit, you give me some lemons, I'm making some lemon drops because I need my lemonade to be a little bit stronger. I don't just want no sugar in mine. I need a little something stronger. And it's just, I've been learning so much about myself through the obstacles that I have overcome. So it's funny to me. Like life is so funny to me, and it's just like it's almost like you just looking to see, okay, well, what's gonna happen next? Like you don't want nothing bad to happen in your life, of course. You always want good things to happen, but you gotta have those challenges. If you don't have challenges, how do you know that you even improving? How do you know that you push through something or you move through something and you grew from that? Like how would you even know? Like you have to grow, and with growth, it comes pain. And then with pain, it's suffering. And then throughout the suffering, you learn something. You build grit. You build tough skin. You build strong mind because your mind is everything. That's why my platform is geared towards mental health. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Y'all, they put that on the signs and all this shit at the school, and you see it in the hallway, and it's like, okay, whatever. But the older you get, you realize how serious that is. Your mind is a terrible thing to waste. Everything you put into your mind, everything you put into your energy, like people around you, the stuff that you read and the stuff that you watching, like everything plays a part in your mental. And it's like, okay, some people would be like, oh, well, I don't care about this, I don't care about that. But why not? What happened in your life or what happened around you that you feel like these things are not important? Like I know some people, they not big on being around their family regularly, or they feel like, oh well, we all busy, we all got stuff to do. My sisters and brothers know. Let me not hear from them after so long. I'm pulling up on you. I'm pulling up on you. I'm FaceTiming you. I'm texting you. I'm calling you because you got to see me. You gonna see me, and I ain't going for none of this. So it's just everybody is raised differently, of course, and everybody's brought up differently. But you have to understand what's important is important. Who's important is important. And man, just persevere through all of this stuff, persevering through uncertainties. Like that's what we talking about for everybody that's just chiming in. Persevering through uncertainties. And we are live once again on KERB radio broadcasting online in Houston is 99.9. Y'all can get online and check your girl out, or you can check out other shows. There's shows going on all day, all night on KERB, and they are amazing DJs. Other talk shows, amazing talk shows, just people just sharing what they have, sharing their gifts and their talents. Because everybody loves music. We have old rock on there. They have soft rock. They have gospel, like whatever you like to listen to. You can look on there and they'll show you who's playing what at what time. And I feel like that's important to share what you're doing. Share what you're doing. And I tell everybody, hey, if you want me to help you promote your business or whatever, okay, it's a fee, of course, but we can put you live on the radio and you can promote what you're doing because I want to help other people grow. Just like somebody helps me and allowed me to share my platform, I'm willing to do the same thing. You got to pay it forward. If I got some help, why wouldn't I help another person? Why want to help another entrepreneur? Why want to help another child, grow from things? I helped my child do homeschool, finish her stuff. Now she in school, now she in trade school, moving on with life. I'm willing to help somebody else get their child into those kind of positions because once you learn something, you have to pay it forward. Or what's the point? We all have a purpose. We all have a mission. We all have something that we stand for and stand on. And so I'm just big on helping others, helping other people do better than what they're doing because I have so much work to do. Okay? So much work to do. I would never try to sit here like, my grass don't need cut because it most definitely do. But one thing, my girlfriend sent me a funny meme, y'all, because I try my best not to get sucked in on social media unless I'm posting or something. But of course, while posting, I see the messages y'all be sending me. So, and I'm goofy, so I want to laugh too. So I look at it and it's funny, and then I get sucked in. Then I'm looking at all the other reels and all the other funnies. And so, but this one particular one she sent, it was basically like this man heard something happening at his neighbor's house, right? He heard something happen at his neighbor's house. And instead of him, minding his business or calling the police and let them handle it or whatever the case was, my boy looked over the fence, right? Looked over the fence And as he was looking on the fence, they was throwing something at somebody else, but in the process, he lifted his head over the fence, y'all, and got knocked off the gate. So we most basically want to mind the business that pay us. And for me, it's impressive results by just. So I'll always do my best to mind my business. But if I can help somebody, I will. So I'm saying that to say we can all persevere together and get these things done, y'all. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is exempt from things happening to them because life is gonna life. If life ain't gonna do nothing else, it's gonna life. My assistant and I, we came up with this thing some years back, and I mean, people say these things, it's funny, but she and I were just being funny to one of the kids there, and he said something about he wanted to go to the restroom, but every time I would let him go to the restroom, y'all, he would always skip and wouldn't come back, right? And so what I did was I was like, Kayla, I say if we let him shan, what he gonna do? And we both said at the same time, shenan again. Stop letting these people play in y'all face with the shenanigans. You can persevere through all of these things, and even though we do have some uncertainties here and there, that's a part of life, y'all. We ain't gonna have all of the answers. We not gonna know every single thing about every single person, about every single situation. But the more you learn, the more you grow, the more you go through, the more you grow. The happier you are about those experiences, that builds you up, y'all. That builds you up mentally, emotionally, physically, like all of these things. We must be in tune in all ways. Your spirit must be aligned, your mind should be clear, and your body should be healthy. So I'm big on making sure that I try to eat enough times a day. I try to eat the best things I can, the healthiest things. And I try to work out, y'all. Like some days, it's hit and miss because of scheduling. But at the end of the day, you're supposed to be working towards those goals. Those are your personal goals, getting into those positive and productive routines. Get into your routine, and I'm telling you, that changes so many things. That has helped me so much with persevering through uncertainties because I have a plan. When you have a plan, you still can fail, of course, because of different obstacles. But if you don't have a plan, you most definitely plan to fail. You plan to fail. And persevering is just that, making sure that regardless of what's going on, even if you do have a situation where it look like a loss or it look like you failed, dust yourself off and try again. Like that old song say, dust yourself off and try again. It is so important, y'all, to stick to your plan. And they probably sick of me saying this, KRB, because I say it all the time on my lives. But I mean it. And I can only say that because of everything that I had to work through, everything that I had to persevere through. I most definitely had to stick to my plans. Just like I was speaking on earlier with my events, sometimes the numbers are surprising to me, and then sometimes I kind of like I can kind of gauge, by how many people I'm have per event or what have you. And so it's just learning from your past, remembering that the present is what it is, and remembering that the future you can't do nothing about it, but try to be prepared for what's to come. So I just feel like every event that I have hosted, I've done pop-up shops, y'all. I've done networking events. I did luncheons. I even partnered with some beautiful ladies. Shout out to my girls. And we did that Galentine's. And so it's just different things that I'm doing that I work on and I work towards. And all of these things is to help other people. Because I know if I can persevere and reach my goals, so can you. And so why not help other people do those things? If you feel like, we match good energy and we can do some good things together, hey, let's go. I'm for it. But I'm not for no BS. I'm not for just talking. I'm an executor. So whatever we're going to do, man, let's do it. Let's get whatever resources we need to get together. Let's get the right people, find our who's that can do these things, that whatever we don't have access to or whatever places we haven't been. Like just putting yourself out there, man. Just put yourself out there and learning that we have everything we need in us. You just have to utilize it the right way, right? Because how many times have you feel like you ain't have nothing to wear? And my girlfriend always questioned me. She said, "Girl, all the clothes you got, I know you got something to wear." And I'll really be offended because at the end of the day, you don't know what I got. Don't be trying to watch my closet, big baby. But it's just thinking about that, using what you have already to fix your problems, to fix your solutions. Like you are the solution. Most times we outsource, we looking for this and looking for that. It's nothing wrong with gaining help because we all need to work through things together. We're collaborating. We're here to collaborate. Literally, we are here to collaborate. Everybody is. And so, what I'm trying to understand is why people don't like to network. You know what I'm saying? Like, why people don't like to network? What's wrong with that? And that's one thing that I got excited about. The more I learned about the power of networking, y'all, that's all I wanted to do all the time. Like, it was to the point I was just obsessed with going to different networking events. I was obsessed with going to just different pop-ups. And even if I didn't set up a table at the pop-up, I still went just so I can make it a network event for myself. Like, I'm literally out there passing out cards, taking people cards. Because guess what? I'm gonna host something, and I need some people in there, and I want to see people that's really working and getting to it. And you don't want to have people around you that's not trying to do nothing, y'all. Like being stagnant. That was one of my words of the day the other week. Stagnant. You do not want to be stagnant, man, because that is where depression is built up. That is where hesitation is built up. That is where overthinking happens. Like you just have to do those things. And sometimes people say, "Man, Jessica, you just be so impulsive at times." It look impulsive to y'all because you don't know my plan. It's not impulsive. This is things that I've been working on and building towards for years. I just finally decided to hop off the porch and get to it and get to work. So these things are not like surprising to some people that deal with me because they know I'm gonna get to it. I'm a work. I'm a workhorse, as they say. I'm gonna make sure whatever needs to happen is gonna happen. I'm gonna figure out the solution, and I'm gonna call the people that I need to that got the answers for me because everybody is a resource. I hate when people say, "Man, over such and such, they don't got no business." How you talk to them about your business? Just because somebody doesn't have a business, don't mean they don't have a business mind. Don't mean that they don't understand business. And so people are always trying to cut people off or not let people indulge in what they got going on because they're being very closed-minded. Not me. I am most definitely an outside the box thinker. I literally taught a class that was called Art of Thinking, which means that you help the kids think outside of the box. That's how serious I am about it. I taught a whole class, okay? I just feel like we can all grow. We can all grow with one another, helping each other. And I'm just big on seeing growth. Like if you're trying to grow, you're trying to do something better, I don't mind helping. I don't mind being part of the vision, like all of those things. And I try to tell people whenever somebody is inviting you to be a part of what they're doing, support what they're doing. Yeah, if they ask you something here or there, you can give them your idea of what you're thinking. But don't be sitting up there trying to take over the people's stuff, y'all. And I had experienced that. I experienced somebody feeling like they was just going to take over whatever I was doing. And that's not the case because at this point, it's no longer my vision and it ain't even your vision. It's just you trying to make some stuff up or what have you. And I'm just kind of like, hey man, I don't got nothing against nobody. I appreciate everything everybody is doing. I love people that love on me. I pray for those who don't, and I keep it moving. But at the end of the day, y'all, the day got to end, like I always say. So don't play with me, and I will not play with you. Because one thing about it, I not come here to play. I came here for a good time and not a long time. Okay, and so persevering through uncertainties. Persevering through uncertainties is a game changer. Like whenever you see that these things happen and you didn't like it, but you still was able to execute and get stuff done that you need to do, man, that is when you change your life. That's when you change your life. As soon as I changed my perspective on things, y'all, everything just started moving the way it needed to. I started meeting the right people. I started being a part of things that I didn't even think I could be a part of because I changed my thoughts. I changed my thoughts. Instead of saying, hey man, that's whack, I don't like that, I look at it on another lens and I say, you know what? Why don't this appease me? Like, what about this don't I like? And why don't I like it? And then what I'm learning is some stuff I just didn't like it because I just didn't know how to do it. Like, it's one of those things. I was messing with my daughter and she was trying to show me something. And I'm like, girl, that's stupid. I don't know how to do that. And so she was like, Mama, why you always say that? I said, I'm being funny. I say, but when people say something is dumb or something looks stupid or they don't like this or they don't like that, usually it's because they don't understand it. And so what I learned is That's all it is with people. Some people don't like you just because they don't understand you. Just because they don't understand how you can get up every day and go work out, how you can make the decision to, oh, I'm not going to eat that, or I don't eat that, or I don't do this, or I don't do that. And they try to make you seem like a weirdo. But at the end of the day, they just don't get you. And that's okay. I tell people I'm not here to be understood at all. I'm fine with that. God put me here with purpose. And so what I'm doing is living my purpose fully, on purpose, with purpose, and keep it moving and help who I can in the process. And so I thank you guys once again for tapping in, for always showing your girl love, for the likes, for the views, for the shares. And I'm so excited. And as I keep saying, we are live on radio right now. KE KERV online radio broadcasting. Shout out to Miss Fee. Shout out to Maliva the Diva. Like, those ladies have opened doors for your girl and allow me to be on this platform, allow me to share the podcast. And like, this is worldwide, y'all. And this is a big thing. Not only do I be live on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, etc., the podcast is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, like whatever platform that you can think of. Just Talks is on it, y'all. And we are live. We live in 2025. It's going down. We're going to enjoy our life. We're going to enjoy everything. And we're going to make sure that we taking advantage of all these opportunities, right? Opportunities that's going to help us grow, that's going to help other people grow so we can persevere through this thing. Season 6, perseverance. Like, my co-host came up with that, y'all, and I'm just like, man, you own to something. You are on to something. And I know y'all miss seeing his face and hearing his voice, but he taking care of big business, and we are proud of him. But we're gonna continue to support him as he's feeding the souls and the bellies of these people. He is feeding the souls and the bellies of the people. You hear me? And so I just want to continue to push through on all the stuff that you are doing. That's what I need y'all to do. Continue to push through. Like, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on all of the things that you are working hard for, that you are trying to put into reality. All our dreams, all the stuff we wanted to do as a kid, that was our future. Those are the things that can be a reality as long as we stay focused. Stay focused on the plan and not the mood. Don't get ourselves all sad and get out of shape, because one or two people told us no. One or two people told us, they don't agree with what we're trying to do, or our idea is not a good idea. Just because it's not a good one to them, that don't mean it's not a good idea. Just because it's not something that they want to do, that don't mean that it's bad for you to do it. That just means that they wouldn't do it. And I can't tell you how many times people tell me, man, you better than me, sitting up there talking to these people all day and night, etc., helping this person, helping that person. And then you sit here, and when you need help, nobody's there to help you, and all these things. And that never bothered me, because I tell people, you can't use me, you can't manipulate me, you can't take advantage of me, because I do everything from out the kindness of my heart. Everything I do it genuinely. So if somebody ever trying to mess over Jess, they messing over themselves, because all they doing is showing me that I don't need to deal with them, and I don't need to give my energy to them, and they don't deserve my energy. And so that means that I'm going to remove myself. I will exit stage left or right, whichever exit is closer, and I will move on with my life. And you will have to just watch me thrive and continue to do the things that God put in front of me to get this stuff done. Because I'm just here to help, and I'm gonna help who I can, when I can, while I can, y'all. And so, KRB, we're gonna play another Michael Jackson song. As I said today, y'all, I'm just in the mood for Mike. I love me some Michael Jackson. And so this is going to be Money. Okay, so TikTok, YouTube, as always, it's music playing right now on the radio that I'm playing, but y'all can't hear it because I'm on here, but I'm also on the radio device, etc., playing this music, going live on there, going live on these platforms. And y'all, thank you once again for tapping in. It's Just and Just Talks, and I love y'all. I love y'all just for being alive, just for being alive. If ain't nobody told you that they love you today, I love y'all. I love you for being you. I love you for sticking to your guns and doing whatever things that you feel like you want to or that you need to. Keep doing those things, because you never know. I was just doing Truthful Thursdays, Motivation Mondays, and my cousin, which I didn't know at the time, was sending out my shows, y'all, to the executives and the producers of this radio station. And so here I am, live on the radio. I have my own show, 6 to 7, every Saturday, live on the radio, y'all. I never thought that kind of stuff was going to be in my future because I've always looked at whatever I'm doing as because I love to do hair. I take care of hair. I have my hair and skin products. And so that's what I started doing the podcast for to promote my business. And it turned into something else. And so I just love that I was willing to hop off the porch and not be scared and not be too timid because, of course, it was scary. Of course, it's still scary because you never know how things can go. But I just do my best in everything I'm doing. I just work really hard at giving 100% because life is it's like that. Life is just going to keep going regardless. So if I'm gonna be busy anyway, let's be busy doing something positive. Let's be busy doing something productive. That's why I do my network events. That's why I do promote other people's business. That's why I do share what I can with others because we are all here with purpose. So I do my best to live in mine and to help others with theirs because we are all here to do better. Okay. And if you don't want to do better, I'm gonna keep you in my prayers because while you want to be on this earth for this limited time, because we're most definitely not here a long time and nobody knows when, that day will come. And I'm not here to try to make nobody go to church or this, that, even though, I do go to church. I love the Lord. He heard my cry, etc. But it's one thing to know for yourself that you have somebody that's watching over you. And I know for a fact that he is always on my side, looking over me, looking over my kids, looking over my family, covering my business. And so I just thank him daily for that. But at the end of the day, if you don't remember nothing else, and if you don't believe in nothing else, you better know that you're going to die one day. Everybody is going to leave this earth. And so while you here, what it will be your legacy? What will you be remembered for? And that's constantly what I try to teach my children, what I teach my mentees, what I teach my students when I'm teaching. What is your purpose? Like, why are you here? Why do you wake up every day to come to this school to skip these people class? Why do you wake up every day to be disrespectful to people? Why do you sit here looking in the mirror saying negative stuff to yourself, saying negative stuff to other people? Like, what is the point of that? Like, if you don't want to do some good stuff, y'all, I would just pray for you because I'm here to help wherever I can, doing the best that I can, doing the best to help others, doing my best to show up for others. Like this is a real thing for me. And that's why I love Just Talk's platform. Of course, it's my platform, but this, like every day, I get to pour into people. Some people I know, some people I don't know. I've had people email me. I have people hit me in my DM just telling me things that I have helped them with. I don't even know these people. And I feel like that is a blessing. Like you never know who needs to hear what you're saying. You never know who needs the resources that you have. You never know who could use the information that you are giving out. So whatever you know, y'all, share it with people. Share it with people. Who knows? It might fall on dirt. It might grow. Who knows? But it's up to you to put yourself out there to stay focused and to stick to your plans. Stick to your plans. Think about when people are working out. That's always the best example. When you working out, you want to lose whatever weight, you want to tone up, you want to do all these things, but you have to start. Like if you don't start, that none of that gonna even matter. You can have this goal of losing weight by December or January or 2 months from now, or whatever it is. But if you ain't getting on that treadmill or if you ain't stepping away from that plate, oh big baby, you're gonna stay whatever size you are, and that's gonna be on you. So it's important to just stay focused, and stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. And I love that the people in my circle have really grown, and I love to see people growing. Like some people be like, man, why this ain't happening for me? Such and such getting married, but dang, why I ain't get married? Well, such and such got a new job, but dang, I wanted a new job too. So it's just we not trying to be pick me's out here, guys. And that was a term I didn't know that much about at first, but my friend taught me about it. She was talking about pick me's and all this, so that was funny to me. But at the end of the day, what are you trying to do. Whatever you're trying to do, you have to already present yourself as though that is already happening. Because if you want to be a boss, do boss shit. Like, do boss shit. You need to go out there and show people that you mean what you say. You need to go out there and stand on big business. Whatever you're trying to do, show people that is what you're doing. Like, if you want another job, go to a network event, go to a job fair, go somewhere and build your skills up, because you can't say you want to write a book and you don't have no computer. You can't say you want to write a book and you don't do any journaling. Like, what are you doing about what you're trying to do? Like, how are you going to reach that goal if you're not putting in the work to reach the goal, y'all? That's crazy. That's diabolical, as they saying. It's important to do the work every day. Something will help you. Like, just people that want to work out, stand up, stretch 5, 10 minutes. You're already on your way to doing something better than laying in the bed talking about, man, I sure want to lose some weight. And then you go get you some ice cream, and then you go get you some cookies, or you cooking all that fried food. Like, come on. You working against yourself. You making it harder to reach the goals that you're trying to reach, y'all. And so it's just important to stick to your plan, do what you need to for you, and you can persevere through anything. Nothing, nobody can stop you from reaching your goals if you want to reach it, if you're willing to do the work and stay focused and stay on point with what you're doing, because we are all here to grow. We are all here to help each other. We are all here to collaborate with one another. That's why all these social media spaces are on here. That's why everybody having all these events. That's why people always having a party or something, because people want to be around people. That's the way we were made. We were made to be around others. Like, so that is important. So if you feel like you having a bad day, man, walk outside. Go let the air hit you. Go sit at the park. Look at some people enjoying their life. And I guarantee you, if you go around others that's doing things that you would like to do, eventually you're gonna pick it up. People that say they want to learn how to do hair, go sit in the shop, go sit in the beauty shop, go sit like barbers. That's how dudes decide they want to be a barber. They didn't sat in there, they didn't saw people cutting hair, they didn't saw that they get paid right after they cut the hair. Like, oh, okay, I can make how much money I want to. Yeah, you can. You just got to put in the work. You got to put in the time. So, what are you doing about what you want to do? That's the thing. Persevering. What are you doing about that uncertainty? Persevering through your uncertainties. Why is that an uncertainty? What about that makes you unsure? What about that gives you those doubts? Like, what is happening and what can you do to fix the problem? Because we are the problems almost always. We can't blame nobody else. We can't blame what's going on. We can't blame this person should have did this, that. Okay, well, maybe they should have. But what did you do? What could you have done? What time did you waste? What time should you have gotten up? What time should you have gotten home? Because it's just basic stuff. What was your routine? Do you have a routine? Why don't you have a routine? Like, get these things in your mind, y'all, that I can do whatever I want to. I can do things however I need to. And that is important. I tell my kids daily, you have to do what you're supposed to do first before you do what you want to do. And I've been instilling in their mind since they was able to walk, talk, etc. And my daughter, she's 17 now, bless her heart. She tell me, she'll look at me and she'll say, "Oh, mama, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that," and I'll just go walk in her room and just try to figure out how she trying to do these things, guys. And she ain't took care of her business, and she just be looking at me like, "Mama, really? We still on this?" Yes, we most definitely still on it, because this is our routine. You make sure that everything is taken care of that you need to get done first before you do what you want to. Because what you want to do don't matter to me. You can sit at home all day, every day. I could care less. But the things that you have to do, the things that need to be done, the stuff that has to be taken care of, y'all, we got to do it. And that's all about holding ourselves accountable. When we hold ourselves accountable, the sky is literally the limit. The sky ain't even the limit. When you can hold yourself accountable and stick to those plans and not be in your feelings, not let your feelings get the best of you, not let those shortcomings make your day bad, y'all. Like, it's bad moments, it's bad times, but we can't let that mess up the whole day. Letting somebody mess up your whole day because they cut you off is really crazy. And I'm saying it because how many times did you get cut off, especially driving in Houston, any city, any large city? Man, people coming this way and that way, under the freeway, on top of the freeway. getting over in front of you, coming behind you. Like you just, it's just inevitable. Like you feel like you're gonna get hit eventually around this mug, okay? And so knowing that something is going to happen, but being prepared mentally that whatever happens, regardless of what it is, who it is, how it takes place, I can't let this stop what I'm doing. What I'm doing is too important. The people that I'm doing it for are too important. Like, what is your why? What is your why? Who is your who? Like all of these things, what, when, where, how. All of that stuff is so important when it comes to executing and reaching your goals and persevering through things. So what am I doing? Who do I need to be doing this with? Who don't I need to be doing this with? And a lot of times the uncertainty becomes the people around you, and it's not always because they're bad, but they just may not be conducive or they may not be able to go to that next level with you. And that's okay because that's a real thing. You have families, you have friends that they just not really on board. And they don't have to be because it's your vision, it's your goal. So that uncertainty might be just you making a decision of how you need to move on, how you need to move forward. And we can solve that problem ourselves. So like I said, usually it's us. We are usually the problem. We're usually the holdup. So what can I do to ensure that I don't keep running into this brick wall? What can I do to make sure I don't keep stumping my toe? I need to move my bed from right here. Like what is happening here that is making me have such a bad time or a bad moment at this time of the day? This always happens to me at this time of day. Okay, so duh, switch it. Whatever you usually do at the time, you don't need to do that. Because if this kind of thing happens every time at this time, that is a you problem. It's a story. I've told it before and I'm gonna tell it again. It was a guy, he was walking around in the neighborhood and they was doing construction. And so one day he went down the street, y'all, and it was like a pothole or whatever. And so he go down the street, they didn't have no signs around or nothing, but the man falls in the hole, right? Falls in the hole. And so they get him out the hole, cool. So the next day, same thing happened, y'all. He falls in the hole once again. And so then the next day, he remembered, okay, it's a hole right here. So he walks around the hole. But the whole time they say, why don't you just go down another street? If you notice the holes on this street, why not just take another street? And a lot of times that's what we're doing. We sitting here putting ourselves in losing situations and we already know we lost in this kind of situation already. It's like what they say, deja vu. Man, if it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck. If it seemed like every time you do something at this time of night, these kind of things happen, maybe you don't need to do this stuff at this time of the night. Maybe you need to be in the house at nighttime. Maybe you need to go to sleep. Maybe you need to take care of some business at the house. Or maybe you just need to chill out, relax your mind. A lot of times our minds are just going, and I can say that because it's me. My mind is always going. So it's just like staying focused on what you need to. Staying focused on what you need to so you can execute how you need to at all times. Sorry. Okay, KRB, so let's see. Sorry. Okay, you are not alone. That is what we're going to end it with today. Okay, y'all. So persevering through uncertainties, persevering through uncertainties. That's what we've been talking about today. I have had to persevere through so many uncertainties. Like I said, that situation I told y'all about that happened Monday when my window got bust. Of course, out of my control. We can't do nothing about it. But I had to persevere. I had to move through that thing because I gotta be able to drive my car. So I gotta get the window fixed. I gotta make sure that it's known that this happened here because they need to be looking out for this kind of stuff to happen. Or hopefully it don't happen again. Of course, we're gonna pray about that don't happen again, especially to me. So we don't want it to happen to nobody, but I don't want it to happen to me again, please. So persevering through the uncertainties. What have been happening around you, or what have you watched happen, and you become uncertain for? Sometimes it's just us. It's really just us. Why are we in these situations where uncertainty could take place though? Like what are we doing, and what could we do to make it a better outcome? Like what are we doing day to day that is messing up our plan? What are we doing that's messing up our progress, stopping our progress? Because every day we should be growing and doing something positive to help us to reach some goal. Like, what are your goals? Do you have a goal? Do you have a real goal that you're trying to reach? Do you have things in place where the obstacles that are around you, that are around the people that you have in your corner, like what about these things that can create an uncertainty? And then once you see that, man, figure that stuff out, change that stuff around, move that stuff around, because you have to be good in all ways. Like I said, mentally, emotionally, physically, you have to be good. So it's up to you to do the work. Do the work, fix the problem, move around. The sooner you fix the problem, y'all, the happier you'll be, the stronger you'll be, the happier the people around you will be, because people like to be around happy people. If you happy, pretty much people probably want to be around you. People want to hang with you. But if you always got an attitude, it's woe is me, dang, something else happened, blah blah blah. Why not say, man, such and such happened, but we good though. We got this, this, and this, and this. People want to hear positive stuff. Don't nobody want to hear no pity party. Nobody want to hear nothing sad. Nobody want to be depressed with you. Like, God damn, every time I talk to this girl, she's sad about something. Like, life is going to happen, and life happens to all of us. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about the things that you don't like? What are you going to do about the things that you like to see a change? Change it. Change it. Keep it moving. Go on about your life, because stuff is going to happen and life is going to life. That's the main thing that you can, that's a guarantee that life is going to life. Things are going to happen that you do not like. You're going to meet people. They may be for you at first. They may be cool. And then boom, out of nowhere, they acting funny. They acting weird. And you try to figure out, well, dang, I thought that was my girl. I thought that was my homeboy. I thought we was good. And the whole time, all they were doing was trying to figure out how they can get what they need out of you, or how they can get what they want out of you. And then they gone. They moving on to the next person. And is it okay? Of course not. Nobody want to be going through that. But at the end of the day, we know that that's life. People are going to do things that we don't like. People are going to do things that we do like. But it's up to us to figure out who needs to be there, who don't need to be there, who we need to just have for this, who we need to just have for that. Because everybody have a job, y'all. We all have a job to do. And so if your job is just to give you some positive words, some positive affirmations here and there, cool, that's your job. I'm not gonna ask you to do stuff that's not in your job description. You know what I'm saying? This is just like somebody applying, to work on cars, and all they know how to do is wash cars. Sir, stay in your lane. You need to be a car washer. You don't need to be trying to change nobody gas tank, and you don't need to be trying to change nobody oil. That's not your lane. Get out the way. And so learn your place in people's life. Learn your place and do the things that you need to help you progress. And the more you grow and the more things that you're doing for yourself that's better, the stronger you are for your circle. Like the more things that you have that you can give others, the stronger you get in your skill sets, man, that gonna help people way more, way more. Hey, Nancy Mama, how you doing, Stinker? It's gonna help other people so much more because you're building yourself. You gotta have something to give, y'all. We have to have something to give, and that's why it's important to find your purpose. Like, what is your purpose? Live in your purpose, on purpose, with purpose. I say that all the time because that is a real thing. People always tell me, man, you can talk to anybody at all times. Like people just they used to you talking to them. I say, well, I wasn't always like that. I would really, I'm a talk, of course, but just to the people I knew. Like if I didn't really know you like that, you'll probably think I was shy and all that, which a part of me is shy because it's like sometimes I'm like, I'm not going to be doing all that. That's doing the most. But what I'm learning is I am willing to talk to anybody at any time about anything because I just be talking. And so that was one of the things that I was naturally good at is communicating. I could communicate all day. I can tell you just about anything I know. I can tell you somebody that know it. And I feel like a lot of times people don't realize how informative they can be, how informative things can be for others because they scared to be in their gift. You know, they scared of what people gonna think. They scared of how it's gonna look. I can't tell y'all how many times my siblings and I love my brothers and sisters there. And so I would call them and they be talking about, hey, it's just or it's just or I'm just talking. I'm like, whatever, forget y'all. But it at first people was like, they'll make you mad. People do that. I'm like, no, it don't make me mad because they're showing me that they supporting me. They're showing me that they listening to me. They're showing me that they hear me. Because I do it because this is what I feel in my mind, in my body, in my spirit, that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is purposeful for me. And so if you what T.I. say, if you live for the applause, you'll die by the booze. You can't be upbeat just because somebody's celebrating you. And you can't be down because they not. You have to be doing these things because that's what you want to do. And that's why it's important to live in your purpose on purpose. What is it that you're trying to do that can build you up? How do you need to get there? Who do you need to talk to get that thing done? And so, as usual, y'all, when you look good, you feel good. And I'm just loving on my people right now, y'all. I just love y'all. I'm happy that y'all are out here doing big things because everybody, you woke up today and you executed and you got something done today. If you just got up and washed your clothes today, if you just got up and brushed your teeth today, I congratulate you because it's somebody somewhere that didn't do that, somebody somewhere that can't do that, and it's important to just be grateful and appreciative and show gratitude for the things that we can do, for the things that we do have, because life can be rough, life can be tough. And it's important to love on others, y'all. So, as I always say, love on those that love on you, and whoever don't, keep them in your prayers. And remember, when you look good, you feel good, y'all. When you look good, you feel good. That's how your girl gonna look good every time. You hear me? Every time I make sure that I'm cute. I'm gonna make sure that I'm looking the way I need to look because that's for me. That's for me. That's for Jess. That's for Jessica. And people say, man, who you be trying to look cute for? For me, for Jess, for Jessica. And it's just, I get so excited when I see people just loving on themselves because looking good is self preservation. You know, that's big for you. That you looking good for yourself. That you when you looking in the mirror, I'm like, okay, I see you, girl. I see you doing your thing. Or you try on them pants that you couldn't fit for a while, and now you can get them up there. And you know, sometimes you may have to struggle to get that button on there, but the moment that you can do that, you're gonna feel good about yourself because you put in the work. And so, y'all, I just want to always encourage y'all to just always be growing, always be doing things for you to make things easier for you, to make things better for the people around you because you're important. The people around you are important. Your team's important. And y'all, you just have to keep doing the things, keep doing all the things, and love on your family and love on your loved ones because we are all here for a good time, not a long time. And we have to be purposeful and intentional with everything we do, with everybody we talk to, and just keep it going, y'all. And so I want y'all to keep doing y'all thing. It's Jess and Jess Talks. And I'm going to see y'all tomorrow for the word of the day. But y'all be good and love on your loved ones, y'all. It's just